Hey, what's up? We're back on Dumbo and some XDefiant, more domination. The server test had limited modes. It had domination. It had occupy, which was basically like a hard point. It had hot shot, which is like a kill confirmed mixed with the cranked. Very very cool. Um, it also had high value target type aspects. Hot Shot's definitely one of the doper ones. It's an arcade game mode. Then there was Zone Control, which was one of the progressive game modes. Fire, absolutely loved it. Then there was Escort. If you've ever played Overwatch, you know how Escort works. Um, but yeah, back out here on Epsilon. You're gonna rep Epsilon until basically I see something else. So until further notice, it's Echelon to the death. ACR, because I really love the ACR, is definitely my favorite weapon. Just because I haven't figured out the M16. The M16. When I figure out the M16, that's probably gonna change my opinion. Just because I really do love the M16. But yeah, this is Dumbo. Dumbo is another map, I believe, from the Division. I'm trying to remember where. I believe this is just across the Brooklyn Bridge. As the first Division is set in New York. So I believe this is from the first Division, not the second one. I believe the second one is set in an entirely different setting. But this is from the first Division, not the second one. Yes, I love how Ubisoft kind of put the colors together, put the schemes together, collaborated all these maps, collaborated all the gun sounds, put all these beautiful aspects together in kind of like a great little conglomerate artwork. And I feel like that's what we don't give them enough credit for. They took multiple games with different game aspects, different game fan bases, and they put the conglomerate so beautifully together. Like, it's smooth for the most part as far as how everything works. The guns are straightforward. The factions balance each other out, though some people argue that there's OP factions based on the fact that some players are far better at this than others. But 9 times out of 10, every faction balances each other out. And if you need a little bit of help balancing your matches, just run the EMPs, which a lot of people were not watching. I've been looking at a lot of other creators who have been uploading things, and they pretty much said the same thing I was, that a lot of people weren't running the EMP grenades, which basically counter majority of what's going on. The Elmer Dale is able to be countered by the EMP. The EMP destroys that. The Phantom's deployable shield gets destroyed. I believe you can stop the blitz shield. I can't remember if it works like that or not. There weren't too many people who were using the blitz shield, aka the riot shield. Because it's the weaker ability, definitely, from when it comes to Phantoms. But I believe it stops that as well. I think the only thing it doesn't stop is ultimates, but it might counter the Libertad's ult. I don't think it counters the ult of the Phantoms, the Aegis. The Aegis isn't counterable by the EMP. I don't think it counters the Dead Sex Lockout, which by far probably is the most like stopping power type ult. I love it. I really hope that they don't play with like balancing tools until maybe season 2. I feel like we should get the whole preseason and season 1, which is like the first basically I think 12 weeks. I think every season is going to be 6 weeks. So let's say I feel like the first 12 weeks of the game, so the first like three months or so should be purely the game at its current point, maybe little balances here and there, but as far as between the factions and the powers, I feel like those shouldn't be touched for at least the first 90 days, just so that people aren't reacting to aren't really like, or the just so that the devs aren't reacting to players first getting into the game. They're reacting to players who have been like, okay, this has consistently been a problem, that's consistently been a problem, this needs a fix, that needs a fix. That way that there's a bigger sample size of all of the issues and problems. I definitely want to see how the finals for the All-Star Series is gonna go. I don't believe they dropped it yet, but I believe it's Team TP versus Team Pac-Man. Personally, I'm a big fan of TP. I really loved TP when he was playing Call of Duty heavily. I loved his span where he was a commentator for COD Esports. I really wish they would bring him back, or he would agree to come back. I feel like his commentary was great. I love that so many COD pros that I really liked were in the All-Star Series, from Doug Sin Center to Karma, Attach, Parasite. Who else was in this? JCap, which I'm not gonna lie, the fact that they got JCap was crazy, because I hadn't seen JCap in so long, and JCap was one of the original esports players that like really made me want to try to play esports. If you haven't seen on my channel, I have an AW, in Advanced Warfare, basically Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I have a small playlist down there of me trying to go pro. I also have some old Black Ops, I believe 3 or 4 videos where I was trying to really like get into the esports scene while I was in high school. I promise you, the entire time I was studying JCap clips, Scump clips, Nade Shot clips, TP clips, Crim 6 clips. I love Clayster to this day. Clayster, in my opinion, is my GOAT. Even though he doesn't win all the time. As far as adapting, doing new things, doing off the wall things. Because personally, I credit him for the reason why LMGs are banned in Call of Duty. Because in Advanced Warfare, he was absolutely spanking the opposing teams with LMGs during Advanced Warfare. So I really was excited for this All-Star Series. I can't wait to see how it ends. I'm personally rooting for TP's team. I want to see who you guys got in the comments. If you have seen the series, Team Pac-Man or Team TP. But yeah, it's been AP Experiment. We got ourselves another dub, and of course, another Phantoms player takes the player of the game. It's been AP Experiment. Catch you in the next one.